There's an old Australian stockman lying, dying. And he gets himself up onto one elbow and he turns to his mates who are gathered round and he says, "Watch me wallabies feed, mate. Watch me wallabies feed. They're a dangerous breed, mate. So watch me wallabies feed. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Keep me cockatoo cool, curl. Keep me cockatoo cool. Oh, don't go acting the fool, curl. Just keep me cockatoo cool. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. And take me koala back, Jack. Take me koala back. He lives somewhere out on the track, Mac. So take me koala back. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Let me abos go loose, Lou. Let me abos go loose. They're of no further use, Lou. So let me abos go loose. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. And mind me platypus duck, Bill. Mind me platypus duck. Oh, don't let him go running amok, Bill. Just mind me platypus duck. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Play your didgeridoo, Blue. Play your didgeridoo. Oh, like, keep playing till I shoot through, Blue. Play your didgeridoo. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tan me hide when I'm dead, Fred. Tan me hide when I'm dead. So we tanned his hide when he died, Clyde, and that's it hanging on the shed. All together now, tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport, tie me kangaroo down.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. Hey,
Jay, come back here. Jay.
Fool ass bitch.
Jay. My money.
Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
Shoe program. What's up with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth, and this is indeed the Punch Junkie Morning Show. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. You have absolutely no idea, none whatsoever, man. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. Be sure to go visit the website, www.ldbcsports.com. Join the website, become an official documented member of the Lions Den Boxing community. I am indeed Junior the Truth. You can follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth, JUNIORTHETRUTH. And that's over all the social media platforms, man. But most importantly, if you're looking for me, you can come over to www.punchjunkie.network, man, and come join the Punch Junkie Network. We over there chopping up that good game with regard to the sport of boxing, man. It is our own social media site, man, built out specifically for us. It is one of the last places for real fans of the science, man. Is no ads, no trolls, no bullshit, just boxing. So salute And y'all come check us out, www.punchjunkie.network, or you can download the Punch Junkie Network mobile app, but you still have to go through the site to set up your profile, so on and so forth, online on the computer, yada, yada, yada. Man, but salute to the family, man. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to follow through. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you, man. You have absolutely no idea. Let me make sure my level's good. You know how this go. Y'all know how this go. Let me see. I think we good. Y'all should be able to hear me. Y'all should be able to hear me. So salute, man. Thank y'all for following through. Salute to everybody over on the app. I really truly appreciate y'all, man. And I see y'all. Man, apologies for me being tardy. It's just the going thing. You know that y'all know how it is, like at that end of the year, y'all start limping into the break. You know what I mean? I'm over here, got my hands and everything, trying to make sure everything tightened up by the end of the year. So I apologize for so tardy, because I know y'all was anticipating this. I haven't done any content since the fights for this specific purpose. So salute to the family, man. Thank y'all. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody supporting and showing love, of course, to the Punch Junkie brand. As you guys know, we do have our magazine, man, the Punch Junkie magazine, available for digital and print format over at www.punchjunkie.com. Also, we have the Punch Junkie trading cards. Come get your signature line of trading card, or we have a signature line of trading cards. Come commemorate the accomplishments of your favorite fighters, past and present. www.punchjunkie.com. As well as we have the Boxing News live feed, man, 24/7, 365. That's all day, every day boxing. For all the latest and greatest news in the sport of boxing, be sure to come check us out. And then also, last and certainly not least, man, we do have our own social media site now, the Punch Junkie Network, man, brought to you, of course, by the Punch Junkie brand. It's the last place for real fans of the sport, man. www.punchjunkie.network. Or you can download the mobile apps, of course. Hey, man, it's like I said before, it's no ads, no trolls, no bullshit, just boxing, man. So be sure to come check us out, www.punchjunkie.com and www.punchjunkie.network.
For having the character to throw with him.
All right, let's try this the right way. Let me see if I can turn this down and make sure y'all can hear me. Salute to everybody following through, man. Let's move into the Punch Junkie roll call, man. Salute to everybody tuning in via the Junior the Truth mobile app, man. Rob Walker, what's up with it? Big Lane to the 216, Craig L. What's good with you, homie? I see y'all over there holding down the mobile app, man. I really appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody tuning in tuning in via everywhere else, man, the Facebook, YouTube, and of course Twitch. G5 Gabe in the building. What's up with it? My player partner from the D. Jelly Bean 4280, what's good with it? Quick. Good morning to you, Queen. Salute. Wookie Wook, what's good with you, homie? Big homie Coop, what's up with it? Hana Loco Sports is in the building. Johnny Bryant, what's good? Walking Truth, what's happening with it? Love is the word. The beautiful love is the word is in the building. Salute to you, love is the word. Ashley Corner is in the building. What's up with it, baby? Oh, long leg. Ashley in here. Yes, Lord. What's up with it, baby? Salute. Let me see. We got Woke, Hano, Ratchet Since 91 in the building. What's good with you, Ratchet Since 91? Salute to you, homie. Let me see. Man, I think we got shit. It looked like we might have got it. Brent Fox is in the building. What's up with you? Man, if I missed you, Jelly Bean 4280 pulling double duty as always. Salute, family. We appreciate the support. Kondo Hassan in the building. What's up with you, family? Salute. Let me see. Brent, we got the guy in the building. Hashtag Junior Mafia. Salute to the guy. What's up with it, bro? I need to know when you're available, bro. I need help with these signs, bro. Came to win in the building. What's up with it? Miami Snoopy 305 in the building. Salute. Let me see. We got the guy. D McGee is in the building, man. The hell with Michigan. Let me see. Tay Brown, the beautiful Tay Brown is in the building. Salute to Tay Brown. Yeah. Let me see. Rick Blackwell in the building. Salute, family. Sariq 357. What's good? I ain't seen you in a minute. Sariq, where you been? Is you a Cot J Reed? A-Count in the building. What's up with you, homie? Salute. Oh, man. Let me see. We got Big Woo. We got Kenneth Johnson in the building. What's up with it, bro? Kenneth Johnson. You know, y'all know Kenneth Johnson. Y'all know niggas who like be selling weed and shit, and they like use their real name. You feel me? Like they use like they ain't no street name. Like, nah, we finna go buy a little. We finna smoke that. That man pack. Nah, ain't no man. Like, yeah, his name is Kenneth Johnson, and he sell weed, and he live on Peach Boulevard and on the corner of Peach and Fulton. You feel me? Yeah, we're going over to go get some of that Kenneth Johnson. You feel me? Yeah. Son of Tank in the building. What's up with it? Shaker 85, my little sister in the building. What's up with it? Robert Singleton in the building. Got that dumbass. Man, ain't seen you in a month of Sundays and you come in here with that dumbass graffiti up there, bro. I should block you. K-Town representative. What's good with you, homie? Salute. Ricky Samuel in the building. What's up with it? Salute. Hey man, I ain't even going. So we can go on head on and you know, we can go on. Hold on. Let me kill this. Let me bring myself forward, show my face. I know I don't be taking my L's and ducking a hat, and you feel me? Hey man, listen. We lost, man. We lost Saturday to the University of Michigan. To hell with football. You know what I'm saying? I already don't watch NFL. I actually tried to watch an NFL game too. Man, I can't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. You feel me? I was sitting there and I was trying to watch a game on Thanksgiving. And like I just like it was I couldn't do it. Like I was just sitting there and I just couldn't do it. I just end up watching Home Alone with my kids and shit. Like I couldn't do it, man. I was like I started talking and everything I was talking, you know, y'all know how coons be taught, like your image of a coon when they talk, you know what I'm saying? You hear A do it all the time when you be like, you feel me? Sure hope it's catfish. Like, yeah, that shit. Like I was every time I talked, all I heard was sure hope it's catfish. I'm like, let me turn this shit off, man. Yeah, tell him about the gun line, boss. Ooh-wee. You feel me? Like that's every time I open my mouth, that's what I heard. I'm like, hell nah, man. I ain't finna be goddamn fuck that. Is them greens ready? You know, niggas, you know, I always be singing and shit. Is the greens ready? You feel me? Like, man, hell nah. Yeah, Wookie was them. Then it got real spiritual and shit. I felt like, I don't know, bro. I felt like the nigga that was the nigga that left the lunch counter city in before it got physical. You feel me? So I couldn't even do it. Couldn't even do it, man. Shit was ugly. So anyway, man. But I ended up you know, I gotta say fuck college football. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was man, that Michigan game and Ohio State game was dope, man. Excellent performance. It was a good game. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you the truth though, just to get on football for a hot second. I hate the brand of football that my Buckeyes played. I do not like the brand of football that I'm commonly seeing in college, bro. This falling in love with the past. Excuse me. I think the oversaturation of the West Coast offense was one of the worst things that ever happened to the game. You can't, as far as being in the Big Ten, like it was under 30 degrees. The wind, it was snowing and the wind was blowing 7 miles an hour. What the fuck is you throwing the football for? You feel me? Like we got to run the football, bro. We got to run the football. You feel me? So like it was just, you know, I hate getting in the inside the 5 and throwing passes, and I don't really like that, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here for the smash mouth. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here for the smash mouth. I'm here for the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. So I hate the new brand of football and basketball too, but we ain't talking about basketball. We talking specifically about football, college football at that. So I'm perplexed, man. You know, we got Michigan ran the ball like they just out physicaled us, man. They did whatever they wanted to. Our defense couldn't stop a motherfucking nosebleed. Like they couldn't stop nothing. They couldn't stop nothing. They had their way with us at the line of scrimmage, bro. They had their way, man. Like, stop, don't do it. No, quit, don't. You feel me? Stop, no, quit, don't. They had their fucking way with us. The shit was difficult to watch. You feel me? The shit was difficult to watch. So that was Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed myself. Watched my University of Dayton Flyers basketball team. They did knock off Kansas. I think Kansas was ranked 5, so that was cool. You feel me? Quickly said it was the elements too damn cold. Nah, we from Ohio. Like we used to the elements. You understand what I'm saying? Like it be freezing and motherfuckers go jump in the Olentangy River every year. That's like what they do. Like motherfuckers they got cold. Like it ain't, nah, man. No. And then they got all this shit now. They actually got heaters on the sidelines. You feel me? Like they got little shit that you put your helmet on to heat your helmet and shit. They got all this shit, man. They ain't had that shit. Like when we played, when your ass was cold, you was just cold, motherfucker. You know what we did when we got cold? If you play football anywhere where it gets cold, when it got cold, y'all know what we did? We huddled up together. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a whole mess of us all together, bunched together on the sideline. That's what we did. If you wasn't playing and it got cold, you huddled up. You put on a big ass jacket and you huddled the fuck up, and everybody just stood there, huddled up together, getting some body heat. You feel me? But no, all these damn heated seats and all that bullshit on the sidelines. Man, if I was a coach, I'd rip all that shit out. Get that shit out of here. Man, we just gonna be cold today, goddamn me. We just gonna be cold. You feel me? And that's and you raising these motherfuckers to not be productive citizens, bro. Shit ain't always gonna be comfort. It ain't luxury. You want to be cold, you want to be warm, take your bitch ass inside. You feel me? It's cold out here. That's what it is. Your fingers is gonna be cold. Your fingers is gonna be numb. You chose to play football. God damn it, this is it. You feel me? You cold, go inside. Man, we out here. When you in the stands and you watching the game, you understand what I'm saying? And you know what you do? You go down in the stadium to the concessions. They got the heat blowing everywhere. You get you some hot chocolate, you warm up, then you take your bitch ass back out to the stands. You feel me? Like this stuff is just different. Akanda Hassan said, my Gators can beat Ohio in the cold. Man, now see, this is what happens when you lose. This is what happens when you lose to Michigan, bro. This is what happens. Now you got Florida Gator fans talking about the Gators can beat the Buckeyes and all. This is what happens, man. You feel me? And then we didn't got like over the past like 20 years playing Michigan is like fighting your little sister, bro. Like it's like fighting your little sister. Like when you don't get ain't no honor for beating up on her. And then if she's still on you, you the laughing stock of the neighborhood. And that's what happened. Our little sister stole on us this weekend. And now everybody running around going fucking bananas. You feel me? Like, cuz your little sister just stole on you. Got one off. Ain't won a game versus us in 10 years. Fucking Harbaugh, that's his first win against Ohio State. And they losing their damn minds. Get out of here. He was on his way out. He was on the chopping block. They was about to get him out of here because he can't beat Ohio State. And he beat Ohio State. Now we got to listen to 364 days, 363 days, however many days it is right now, to more of this bullshit. Shit's dumb. The best part of that shit was seeing Charles Woodson, who's from Ohio, the Michigan's best player in history from Ohio, and he running down the sideline with the flag, and then Juwan Howard, the men's basketball coach, congratulating Harbaugh after that was dope. That was it. The rest of the shit I could have did without. And I lost money. You feel me? Don't leave that out. And I lost money. But then there was this thing that happened to me. You understand what I'm saying? I was feeling mighty down and mighty out about the Ohio State Buckeyes losing to that team up north. And then I looked into my little account. Well, first of all, I sent D McGee his money. I sent D McGee his money. And then I looked at what was left. And I was feeling mighty down, mighty bad, quickly. I was feeling mighty down, mighty bad. And then I looked into my account and looked at what was left. And I seen a couple dollars. And I took those dollars and I put them on a Kambosos. I put them on Kambosos. I said I put them on Kambosos. I say I put it on Kambosos. I didn't have nothing else to do. I didn't have nowhere else to go. So I put it on Kambosos. I Put it on Kambosos. I said, this motherfuckers from the outback, they got kangaroos and wombats. I said, they got kangaroos and rattlesnakes. They got crocodiles. They got bats the size of niggas. I said, I put my money on Kambosos. They got spiders that'll kill you. They got spiders that'll kill you. They got rugrats and rats and rodents. I don't think he gonna lose the TO. And it was a 13-1 odds. It was a 13-1 odds. And then I remember on Smoke City Mobcast, my cousin Legendary Top Cats, he is a prophet. And the prophet said, T.O. gonna lose. I said, prophet, what you say? He said, T.O. gonna lose. So I put the rest of my money on Kambosos. And I felt real good. You ever do some shit and just giggle? Y'all ain't never did nothing and just giggle? I'm talking about did the shit and giggle. You ain't never did nothing and giggle? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did this shit. And I giggled. I said, I put that money on Kambosos. One of them giggles. I said, then I just sat back, man, chill, went to sleep, off of ass whooping. You feel me? Off of ass whooping and some turkey and dressing. And then I said, shit, we gonna see what's happening. You feel me? And then, hey, man, shit. And the rest is history. Paid for the motherfucker paid for Christmas. The motherfucker paid 13-1. The motherfucker paid for Christmas because we chilling. You feel me? All right, man. So let's talk about before we get into the camp. But what we can it be get that good. Let's get into Cool Boy Steph versus Brandon Figueroa first. Salute to Cool Boy Steph, man, for winning the WBC. He is now the WBC and the WBO champion at the super bantamweight, man. Salute. Kenny Johnson said great seeing into boxing. Man, listen. So man, I felt that Cool Boy Steph. I picked him to win. I felt that Cool Boy Steph could outbox Brandon Figueroa. I feel like Figueroa is a dog and he's a come forward fighter, aggressive, a lot of output, so on and so forth. But I feel like he's very, very limited. And so I'm looking at him. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think Cool Boy will be able to, outmaneuver him, be more athletic, keep a safe distance, and so on and so forth. Cool Boy Steph did the opposite. He stayed in the pocket with him. He outlanded him. And, he essentially beat Brandon Figueroa. There are a lot of people who are going to come out and say, yeah, he beat Brandon Figueroa at his game and so on and so forth and yada, yada, yada. Cool Boy Steph didn't have a choice. You feel me? I felt like Cool Boy Steph didn't have a choice. I feel like for whatever reasons, man, he couldn't get himself in the position to do the shit that he wanted to do. I think Brandon Figueroa is very big, very long, very top heavy, very cool. Brandon Figueroa is really good with stepping laterally and cutting off the ring and so on and so forth. So that Robert Gordon said, giggling the whole body shake. Yeah, that you be like, yeah. So he didn't have, much of a choice, I felt, because of, what Brandon Figueroa was doing. He's bigger. I think Brandon Figueroa was probably stronger. Well, not probably to it. I think he was stronger. And so Cool Boy Steph went into the phone booth, which I didn't like. You feel me? And I felt during the fight, I felt like Cool Boy Steph was losing. In live in real time, I felt like he was losing. I didn't feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought for sure that he was going to lose at the end of the fight. I said, shit, he fought this Mexican on PBC. Y'all know PBC is the new Y'all know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Where they're heading with things. So I just knew Cool Boy Steph was gonna lose, and then they announced that he won, and I was excited because I felt like, I'm gonna tell you why I was excited. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like the PBC rolled one time. I felt like they rolled one time. I said, "Oh no, they didn't roll. Let's ride on them." You feel me? I felt good. You feel me? They didn't pass out some shit, some bullshit, and for one time, you feel me? The brothers wasn't on the end of the receiving end. Then I went back and watched the fight. When I went back and watched the fight, and I glossed it over, and I said, "Oh nah, bro. Cool Boy Steph was making it do what it do." You know what I'm saying? A lot of that, you know, they call it, you know, that aggressive, that pressing forward and shit like that. It wasn't effective. You know, Cool Boy Steph remained in the pocket. He landed the cleaner shots. He found constant home. Excuse me. He found a constant home for the uppercut when he would throw it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that. Hey man, break your neck. He was hitting that boy with that Busta Rhymes, break your neck shit. And Cool Boy Steph actually won the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I was tremendously impressed with that. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like I said, I felt like, I don't know if it was the mechanical, if it was a mechanical thing. I don't know if it was a conservation of energy thing. I don't really know what it was. And I'm not gonna lie to you. When Cool Boy Steph came in at the weigh-in, I didn't see the shreds and shit that I'm used to seeing. So I was questioning his conditioning, like I was just questioning a whole bunch of stuff. But he got the thing done, man. He got the thing done. And I was extremely impressed with it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that it was a good fight. I thought Brandon Figueroa did a you know, good job doing what he does. But I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. First thing, my first problem with Brandon Figueroa and with the boxing world in general is that Brandon Figueroa fights motherfucker like 6 something, you know, I'm 6 foot or whatever, and he fight like he 5'3", 5'4". You feel me? He gives away all his attributes. And I have yet to hear any of you boxing critics or any of y'all that cover the sport of boxing or any of that. I have yet to hear any of y'all critique him with the same ferocity that y'all critique Robert Easter Jr. Yeah. You feel me? This about to be a whole lot of that. So don't even trip. You might as well get ready for this. This about to be a whole lot of that shit. That shit I'm on, this about to be a whole lot of that. Nobody critiques him like they critique Robert Easter Jr. When Robert Easter Jr. gives his height away, he fights on the inside when all he has to do is jab on the outside and keep the appropriate distance and blah, 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 blah. You feel me? Brandon Figueroa is coming down heavy, leaning down heavy, nose over his toes, like just leaning in, using his head as a rangefinder. You feel me? He has that Jared Hurd defense. You feel me? He got that Jason Voorhees defense. That fuck it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You hit me, I hit you. This is just what it is. And I do not hear y'all criticizing him, like I said, with the same ferocity that y'all run Robert Easter Jr. up out of here. Y'all talking about Robert Easter Jr. suck. He don't fight to his attributes. He don't fight tall. He don't do this. He don't do that. He too limited. He can't win and blah, 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 blah. And I ain't heard none of that shit about Brandon Figueroa yet. I ain't heard it yet. Secondly, when they announced that Cool Boy Steph won and Cool Boy Steph was having his interview, you understand what I'm saying? Excuse me. Oh, salute to the homie D-Lo 404 Boxing, man, in the super chat, man. I appreciate you. He said, salute. That boy T.O. got cooked. Yes, indeed. He got cooked. Yes, indeed. Now, the after that, when they was doing the interview, Brandon Figueroa exhibited very, very poor class. He acted like a young punk. You understand what I'm saying? Jumping in, interrupting the interview. You understand what I'm saying? Talking about I won. Now, y'all done made a meme and an epic meme out of they know I beat that boy shit. Y'all done made an epic meme out of Adrian Broner. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody hate Adrian Broner. He such a poor sport. He a young punk. He a chump. He got a problem. He can't lose. He don't have no class. It's bad sportsmanship. Yada 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 yada. I do not hear the same venom and vitriol for Brandon Figueroa. Yeah, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. You feel me? At the end of the day, talk to him, Supreme. Yeah, you got to be humble. When you lose, you got to lose with humility. Be humble. He was the better man. Come back. And Brandon Figueroa was popping all that shit. You know I won. You know I beat you. You think you won that fight? You know I beat all that bullshit. Bitch, sit over there and wait till it's your turn. You feel me? Why are you in? I'm over here cooking, bro. I won. I'm the winner. I got your title. I got your strap. Let me talk my shit. You feel me? Let me talk my shit. Yeah. Yeah. And now you know, y'all over there, nobody's saying anything about what the only person I heard say something was Red. You feel me? The only thing I heard somebody say, I heard say this was Calais Red yesterday. You feel me? Yeah, man, he's a poor sport, bro. He's a very, very poor sport. And I wanted to be a fan of him. And I said I was gonna be a fan of him for taking this fight and all of that and supporting them because they so young. And so I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to rethink that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to rethink that. Because I didn't like that, bro. I didn't like that exhibition of poor class and poor sportsmanship. You feel me? Yeah. And then on top of all that, he was popping all that shit. And then Stephen Fulton said, well, we can do it again. You feel me? We can do it again. And then B. Vicky, you know, come and find out, don't even really want the rematch. He about to move up. So what are we talking about? What's all this shit for? You do your interview, you say, hey, man, it was a good fight. It was a close fight. I thought I won it. But, man, salute to him. Congratulate him. Shit, I'm moving up. I'll catch him at 126. We can do it at a different weight class. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Yeah, but I was very, 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 very unnerved by the poor sportsmanship, man. I was very unnerved by that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was very unnerved by that, especially because, like I said, it's never the same energy. You feel me? You got people who are demonized who don't even say anything. Like, you can't win if you just leave the fight and don't say nothing when the fight over. You demonize. You feel me? If you say something and you interview, you're gonna be demonized, or so on and so forth. And I'm looking at the crowd, and if it was vice versa, and Stephen Fulton Jr. did what Brandon Figueroa would have done, you know what would have happened in the crowd? You wouldn't have been able to hear Stephen Fulton Jr. because the boo birds would have came out. You feel me? You'd have heard the boo birds. Yeah. What no boo birds? They was cheering. Man, get the hell out of here, bro. Yeah. So that's that. So I wasn't really, ultimately when it's all said and done, man, I wasn't really feeling that. And that's just the truth, but let's move on. So Teofimo Lopez, and I'm I've been listening to everybody cook on this, you know what I'm saying? And I've been holding my water, of course. Because I be giving y'all chats too much flavor. You know what I'm saying? I be giving y'all chats, everybody's chats a whole lot of flavor. You feel me? And then people don't want to get up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to get up like Lazarus and come over here to the Punch Junkie Morning Show. So let me so let me get on this. This Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos fight has a lot of different dynamics to it. Has a lot of different dynamics, and I'm gonna unpack some of it. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, let me say this. Congratulations to George Kambosos Jr. He a tremendous fight. Before this fight was announced, I was not familiar with George Kambosos at all. Hadn't watched him fight. None of that. I looked at him when I saw him fight. My brother 503 line in the building. He said he kept the same energy for B Figgy. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't really count your energy because when I was listening to y'all, you hosting, so it'd be different when you hosting. But anyway, he 503 line said, man, you make Texas look bad. So I'm looking at it, right? And I'm like, I never really, prior to this fight being announced, I never really was, follow George Kambosos or whatever. Watched the fights, a couple of his fights, and I'm looking like, okay, we're gonna see. Granted, we've seen Teofimo Lopez look really good boxing. We saw him look really good boxing versus Vasily Lomachenko. And the other fights I've seen him in, I've seen him look really explosive, but I can't say I saw a lot of good boxing for an extended period of time. I just seen him look, really explosive, but I won't say boxing. I saw him box well versus Vasily Lomachenko about the first 5 rounds of that fight or so. Okay, so the thing with Teofimo Lopez and all of these dynamics with regard to this fight was, first of all, the fight it was a mandatory fight, right? That took forever to get here. Okay. I feel like the fight was, as far as Teofimo was concerned, I felt like he was ill prepared, ill equipped, not ready, overlooking George Kambosos, and it just was, he was looking forward to holds cash and checks and doing all kind of other shit down the line. He was looking way beyond George Kambosos. Also, I feel like this fight had turned into a circus with the changeover of networks, the purse bid, all these different situations. And so the fight was finally here, and it was what it was. There's no way around it. So they had to fight over on the DAZN network. I felt like George Kambosos felt like he had an opportunity, and this was his chance to cross over into into stardom. And even if this is his one shot, this was his shot, and so he was going to take full advantage of this opportunity, period. And when those two met, that's just what you seen. That's like, to me, that's just the whole ingredient with that was this actual fight. You had Teofimo Lopez, who was coming out. He came out early, trying to depend on his power, throwing everything big, trying to shoot his wad, trying to come out and have a spectacular knockout early. And you had George Kambosos, who wasn't going. He was dedicated to boxing. He was dedicated to moving. He was conditioned. He was on his toes. You saw Teofimo be very, very flat-footed. You saw Teofimo just pretty much walking forward, trying to land a big shot. And you saw Kambosos, who was on his toes, moving, boxing, keeping distance. He was fighting in spots. He was banging, then go back to boxing, jump in and bang, go back to boxing. And he actually dropped T.O. in the first round. At the end of the first round, when T.O., with that initial onslaught of T.O. had subsided, T.O., slowed down. His defense wasn't on par. He didn't have his hands up, and he's coming forward without his hands up and, doing that looking shit like he, looking, and he got caught looking, and that motherfucker dropped his ass. Said, "Where'd you keep your booty?" Bow! Dropped his ass. Overhand right. You feel me? Overhand right. Now, I heard the brothers cooking, and they were saying that, he had the jab and the check left hook, and that's how he beat Kambosos. I mean, that's how Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez. But y'all got to keep in mind, he threw that right too, that overhand right and the straight right. That's how he cut T.O. the fuck up. The overhand right was a motherfucker. So he jabbed, check left hook, and that overhand right found a home. He kept T.O. in the blender. Then they get in close, bang, 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 then back to boxing. You feel me? He kept landing. It was incredible what I saw. It was incredible what I saw. And so what you saw was basically the unfolding of, in my opinion, I look at it like it was just the unfolding of boxing. Like I told y'all, these fights, this fight had so many different layers. One of the layers was, we saw Teofimo Lopez, we saw him come out, we saw him fight Vasily Lomachenko, a fight that he actually was on the other end of this. He got up for it. It was his opportunity. It was a situation where he was not supposed to win that fight. He got up for it. He answered the bell. He came out and he did what he did and won the fight. You feel me? But outside of that, when you look at Teofimo, you look at his resume, and you see things very, very limited. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things, like, y'all hear me talk about all the time, when these fighters, fighters have, less than 20 fights and they're world champions and shit. And I'm always kind of like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at, he had Vasily Lomachenko, he had the Richard Comey fight. We all know how we feel about Richard Comey. We can be honest about that. He had the Nakatani fight. That was a fight that, he got beat up on, and he decided he wasn't going to fight no more tall fighters and yada, yada, yada. And then prior to that, like, I don't know anybody on his resume. Has a he was match made very, very well. He eked past Nakatani. He beat Richard Comey, like we said. He gave Richard Comey subsided to that explosion. He outboxed Vasily Lomachenko, which was something nobody was he outboxed him early. Vasily Lomachenko was putting the vice grips on his ass, but he ran out of time at the end of the fight. Let's be clear about that. You feel me? But he beat him, Vasily Lomachenko, and took the titles. And then he went in there versus a young, hungry Kambosos, and he didn't come in there with he didn't have the same recipe versus Vasily Lomachenko. And that was a very, very costly mistake, period. Very, 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 very costly mistake. And I feel that at this stage of the game, that was what we saw. This is what matchmaking does for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because we had a lot of people who were out here like really truly believing the Teofimo Lopez was the goods. You feel me? This is what matchmaking / glitz and glimmer / makeup, smoke and lights and mirrors. This is what they do for you. This is what that does for you. This is the importance of matchmaking. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is literally the importance of matchmaking. And the fact that, styles actually make fights, period. So you got that dynamic with this fight. You understand what I'm saying? We said you had somebody who was coming from, obscurity, having the opportunity. He coming in, taking full advantage of that opportunity. You have the network situation. You know what I'm saying? The network / promotional outfit, so on and so forth. Because let's be clear, we have a for real war going on. We have a cold war going on that level with the promoters. This promoter not fucking with this promoter not fucking with that promoter, so on and so forth. And what you got to realize with Bob Arum, he's kind of in a space, especially you figure Bud Crawford just left. Bud Crawford, one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. Bud Crawford is holding right now in the welterweight division after the big performance and all of that shit. He's buzzing. So now Bud Crawford is no longer there. You understand what I'm saying? As far as Top Rank goes, there was not a lot of draw shit. The numbers are not there. Vasily Lomachenko, don't bring the numbers. Tyson Fury without Wilder, don't bring the numbers. Shakur Stevenson is still very, very young, and all the young crop of dudes is very, very young. So the numbers aren't necessarily there. But Teofimo was there. There was a lot of buzz about Teofimo Lopez. They're pushing out these narratives of Teofimo Lopez being the undisputed 135-pound champ, even though he's never fought Devin Haney. He's avoided fighting Devin Haney or whatever the case may be. There's all there's still the narrative out there, and having those titles with, Top Rank and still being a Top Rank fighter. They had the opportunity to hang their hat on Teofimo Lopez. You feel me? Bringing in the Latino and Latina fan base and so on and so forth. And then they still had this is the other thing, that they still had the Joker, in the back pocket, because they still had the Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez rematch for the unification. You understand what I'm saying? So the goal was going to be, in my opinion, to bring T.O. back over there, do the rematch with Lomachenko. You understand what I'm saying? And either Teofimo proves that he is who he's being built up to be, or Vasily Lomachenko comes back and adds another feather in his hat with regard to his greatness, because he avenged this loss, which is something he didn't do, versus Orlando Salido. So this was an opportunity to get to reinvigorate Vasily Lomachenko and his greatness. And T.O. went over there and lost the belts, being disloyal to Top Rank. Went over there and lost the belts to Kambosos, somebody who we never even knew existed a year and a half ago. You feel me? Somebody we never knew existed a year and a half ago. So now you got to go back home. Red, like Cadillac Red said, you didn't stole your mama car and went and wrecked it, and she got to go to work in the morning. You understand what I mean? Now you got to take your ass back home, out here on this disloyal shit, moving around and doing what the hell you think you want to do, and you done went out there and lost the belts. Now you got to come back. I wouldn't be surprised if Top Rank if Top Rank cut him. I wouldn't be surprised if Top Rank didn't take him back to the under their umbrella. So you got that dynamic. Haven't heard anybody talk about that, but you got that dynamic. You feel me? And the dynamic of not only did T.O. wreck his shit, but he also wrecked the plans for Vasily Lomachenko. Because Vasily Lomachenko, regardless of what y'all think, Vasily Lomachenko was about to execute Teofimo Lopez in his second fight, bro. He might have fucked around and stopped him. Supreme B said, not wrecked it, got it told. Nah, bro, I'm talking about wrecked it. Wrecked that motherfucker and tear up somebody else's shit. You know, ran that into somebody else's house. You feel me? You know what kind of shit that, man, that's you gay, man. Say, they ran it into somebody's living room. But yeah. So he didn't wreck that whole shit. He didn't wreck that whole shit. But anyway, so Kambosos won the fight, you know, needless to say. And after the fight, Kambosos was you know, doing his interview, and what happened, Teofimo Lopez came over there, exhibited piss poor sportsmanship, eye bleeding, his eye started talking. You feel me? Damn, I was talking. He said, I won that fight. You know, I beat that boy. You feel me? I won that fight. Felt like he won them. He said, motherfucker said he felt like he won the motherfucker 11-2. I said 11-2. God damn. You know you whooped the motherfucker ass, boy, good. They add around. Boy, you know you didn't whoop the motherfucker ass. They add around. You feel me? Ooh, wee. Then they was just, you know, talking and, you know, being a poor sport, of course, and you know how they do is dirty. You know, they don't want me to win. You know, it's bullshit and yada yada yada. And I'm moving up anyway. You know, fuck that. G's up, hoes down. If that bitch can't swim, she bound to drizzle. Knick knack, patty whack, give a G a gat. You feel me? You know how T.O. be talking. Y'all know he got the worst ad libs in the sport of boxing. That motherfucker be ad libbing. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I would sit up here and talk to y'all forever, but you know, I gotta go. I got sprint phobia. I'm scared of them phones. Like T.O. be on that bullshit. He did all that ad libbing for a little bit, then he left. You feel me? Salute to the homie Jay Good in the building. I see you. Renique 313. I see you in here shining. Yeah. Copper Origines. I see you, family. Salute. Halito family. One time for the indigenous people of this land. Excuse me. At the end of the day, you know, I don't understand this poor sportsman shit, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. You lost. And T.O. was the same motherfucker that called Wilder a bitch and talking about you gotta be humble when you lose and stop making excuses and this, that, and other. Then you go out there and get your ass fucked up by George Kambosos. You feel me? By George Kambosos, you get your ass fucked up, didn't you? Get your ass fucked up, didn't you? And you over here to, man, stop that shit, man. Boxing and Barbecue said, what, sprint phobia? I got sprint phobia. I'm scared of them phones. You feel me? Yeah, that's what T.O. be saying. I got sprint phobia. I'm scared of them phones. Like, man, he said 11-2. I mean 10-2. T.O. was still buzzed. I can dig it. Hey, man, so at the end of the day, man, that boy lost the titles. He done wrecked his shit. And his dad, you know, he hugging everybody now. He over there kissing George Kambosos' daddy, saying, you know, we love it's our family. It's our love. It's our love. And Kambosos said, whoa, let's not leave this out. So Teofimo felt like he won the fight. He felt like it was a robbery and this, that, and the other. I'm still the baddest man in the planet, yada, yada, yada. And George Kambosos said, hey, but you can always come to Australia, cuz we can always come to Australia and we can get it in. We can run that back. You know what I'm saying? Turn around, bend over, bring it back. That's what he said. T.O. said, no. You know, Kambosos said, you want some of this, bro, down here in the land of the wombats? You want some of this? You want some of this down here in kangaroo land, nigga? You want some of this? T.O. said, no. Yeah. All that talking, and you don't want no rematch. What is we talking for, bro? Once again, man, he won. He was the better man tonight. It's an incredible fight, man. I felt like I did enough to win, you know, but I didn't. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, that's just it. You feel me? It's over with. Man, that boy beat I'm talking about that motherfucker's beak was fucked up. Like, Kambosos beat that motherfucker beak loose. His beak was crooked and shit. Like, man, he beat the hell out of Teofimo. God damn, Kambosos. Even with getting dropped, I think in the 9th round, he got dropped. Kambosos got dropped. He came up, got himself together, and got right back to boxing. He wasn't running. He wasn't ducking. He wasn't hiding. He got up, got himself together, get my G back. You know what I'm saying? Got his G back and got right back on it. Got right back to the same old two-step. And I think he actually won the round. He got dropped, but you know, who am I? You feel me? I could easily seeing that being a 9-8 round. You understand what I'm saying? Because he actually came back and won the won the round in my opinion. But not only did Teofimo Lopez, so he lost the fight, poor sportsmanship. You know what I mean? Daddy was doing what he did. Then his daddy came out and he talked about how they won. You know, he showcased that he's not fit to, in my opinion, he showcased that he's not fit to be a world-class trainer. And there's nothing wrong with that. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to relinquish the reins and, you know, bring somebody else in that has a different hold on what it is that, you know, they're doing. Like, that's just what that is. It's nothing bad about that. And you can focus on some of the other shit that, you know, you might actually be good at. You feel me? But he says, man, we shouldn't have never left Top Rank. Now we're gonna go back to Top Rank and be with the we should have been with the people that love us. That's what they said, some shit like that. You know, they love us at Top Rank. You know, he trying to soften that blow because he know he got an ass whooping when he go home. You feel me? Trying to soften, man. We out here. We tried it on our own. We need you, Bob. I'm sorry. You know, all that old bullshit. And Bob over there, like, you ungrateful some of my bitches. You feel me? It's like Teofimo, like in this situation, he like Fredo on The Godfather. You feel me? I remember when Fredo you know, went out and was trying to score some deals and shit on his own and end up setting up the assassination attempt on Michael Corleone on The Godfather. Like, that's what this was. Like, Teofimo went out, betrayed the family, and lost the titles, bro. Now, this is the other dynamic where it gets tricky. Y'all ready? This is where it gets tricky. Also, you got to realize that you got Bob Arum versus Eddie Hearn. You feel me? Like, you got Bob Arum versus Eddie Hearn. Bob Arum with Teofimo Lopez had control of pretty much the 135-pound division. He still got Vasily Lomachenko. He can, you know, they've done business together, but it's always with Bob kind of holding and being. Now Kambosos is going to be with the DAZN, and Eddie Hearn is now going to have those control of the unification part of the 135-pound division. Y'all walk with me. Also, he works in partnership with Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney, the real WBC title holder, the real WBC champion, right? And so now he has the opportunity to have undisputed at 135, the lightweight undisputed matchup on DAZN. Now, you go back and you listen to what we've been saying for the better part of 2 years, right? We had the divisions. We had our divisions marked up and we said, look, the heavyweight division is coming along and it's a lot of work, you know, going on at the heavyweight and so potential for fights and shit like that, but it ain't just really cracking. The welterweight division is you know, it's a lot of fighters posturing and doing whatever. It's a lot of potential to have a whole lot of competition. They're getting a little bit busy over on the PBC side, but then you got Bud over here fighting these folks and yada 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 yada. So, you know, the best, not really the fights we want to see. They not delivering the fights we want to see at the 147-pound division. 154 was cracking. We say 154 is the most competitive division in the sport of boxing. Everybody fighting everybody losing. It's knockdown, drag up, it's kill or be killed at the 154-pound division. You feel me? We said that. Then we said 135 pounds can be just like that, but they got to make the fights. You feel me? They got to make the fights. The best got to fight the best at 135, but it's lining up that it can be another 154 plus everybody at 135. Everybody's young. All of these dudes is babies. They all in their 20s and shit. They should be getting it cracking. You feel me? So now we're saying that 135 lightweight can be one of the best divisions in the sport of boxing. If we just fight, we get undisputed, you know, yada, 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 yada. And it can be, and it's damn sure one of the most popular because of the social media effect. You understand what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia on social media, Tank on social media, Dev Haney and his following on social media. Like it's popping at 135. Popping. That sound like a sucker. So now Eddie Hearn has control of the undisputed matchup at 135 if he don't fumble it. You feel me? If he don't allow, them to come in and entice Kambosos with Tank Davis. You feel me? Or if they don't allow, Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia to swoop in and all these other clout chasing motherfuckers who mentioning Kambosos' name. You understand what I'm saying? It's only one fight for me. It's only one fight I want to see. I just want to see the undisputed matchup at 135. That's what I want to see. I want to see Kambosos versus JoJo Diaz versus the JoJo Diaz versus Devin Haney winner. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I'm not interested in nothing else. I don't care nothing about Kambosos fighting anybody else. I want to see that fight. I want to see an undisputed matchup at 135 pounds. That's what I want to see. And so, Teofimo Lopez, who, allowed Bob Arum to pretty much control that situation with one of the biggest fights to be made in the sport of boxing. Now he lost the titles and relinquished that control. Like Teofimo Lopez really stepped into it with this one, bro. He really truly stepped into it. You feel me? He really truly stepped into it. Kenneth Johnson said, how the hell did Lopez win Trainer of the Year last year? Because people just be playing with this stuff, man. People just really truly be playing with this stuff. There's not a whole lot of thoughts put into the stuff. There's not a whole lot of voting, whatever the case may be. That's one of the reasons why I respect the Trill Award so much, because it's actually the vote of the people. You got to bring the votes to the people. Bring this shit to the people. You feel me? Like, you literally got to bring this shit to the people. Bring this shit to the people. Take a vote from the people, and then move. You just appointing motherfuckers. Like, man, get out of here. But anyway, so Teofimo, man, in his Cold War, man, he really messed up in the Cold War. He really truly messed up the position that Bob Arum had, man, honestly speaking, and he relinquished it, and now it's really truly Eddie Hearn's to lose. You feel me? Now, I'm not going to tell you, I ain't going to say that Eddie won't mess it up, because it's very possible. Very, very possible. But I tell you what, if they deliver a undisputed matchup at 135 on the DAZN, I bet it's going to go bonkers. You feel me? It's going to go bonkers. I know that. It's going to really truly go bonkers. Jay Good said Eddie fucked around and stumbled upon a lucky horseshoe for his promo company. Easy. Didn't even know it. Yep. He didn't even know it. But yeah, so this fight is really truly for the full-fledged, real deal, undisputed. The WBC is the last title, you know what I mean, that's left to unify with those other belts, which Georgie Kambosos has. So he's expressed, the beautiful thing in this is he's expressed wanting to actually go over and actually fight Dev Haney. So I'm really truly looking forward to it. You feel me? Stay ready. My brother said he put himself in that space, though, the way he treated fighters and other promoters. Oh yeah, that's a fact. Then he said he gonna fuck T.O. up badly. Yeah, T.O. it's gonna be bad news. T.O. gonna be fighting back to the undercards. You go. You feel me? He gonna be like fighting on like Shakur Stevenson undercard and shit. It's gonna be bad news for him. You know what I'm saying? Real bad news. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Personally, I'm gonna say this. I'm glad he lost. I did not like the posturing that he was doing. I didn't like the faking to be undisputed when you weren't undisputed. I don't like the language. I don't like the lingo. I don't like it. Like, I'm not here for all of this, all of the fake shit and the fraud shit. You know what I mean? The fake shit and the fraud shit always subsides, and we find out, you know what I mean, when it's all said and done. The funny thing about getting a championship, you know what I'm saying, getting a championship is the fact that then you have to be a champion. You feel me? And a part of being a champion is staying ready, staying prepared, preparing like a champion, being able to be focused and dialed in like a champion, doing the things that you need to do to maintain your championship form. You don't become a champion and then show up and not be in championship form. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that makes you just a champ or just a title holder. You feel me? That is one of the things that's so incredible about guys who come up and they do it day in and day out. Now, notice, I'm not saying you gotta win them all. I'm not saying you gotta win them all. That's never what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you a champion and you show up, then you're gonna show up in championship form. You can't ever be out here caught lacking. You understand? Even if you go into a fight and you lose or what, did you show up in championship form? You feel me? There's a difference. And when you don't show up in championship form, to me, that communicates that you're not a champion. You weren't a champion. You feel me? Like you just weren't not a champion. And we have to bear in mind that since Teofimo Lopez became unified at 130, he had not fought, man. He had not fought. He had not defended those titles. It was over a year since he had fought. It was over a year since he had won those belts from Vasily Lomachenko, and he went off and never fought. You understand what I'm saying? And that shit is not, is you when you have 16 fights, you can't afford to not be fighting, especially when you are a champion. 16 fights in, bro. It's fighters with 16 fights, they still fighting 4 or 5 times a year. Literally, like we talking for real. You understand what I'm saying? I got to get out of here, man. I know Drew, and I apologize to y'all, man. I didn't get to open up the phone line because I came in so late. I'll make it up to y'all. I promise. You feel me? But you looking at fighters, when fighters have under 20 fights, man, they still fighting 3-4 times a year. I'm looking at Jared Anderson. He's right now, he's 10-0 with 10 knockouts. He about to have 4 fights this year. You feel me? He had 5 fights in last year. Like, bro, you still fighting. You can't be off for a year, bro, and you only got 16 fights. Period. Get out of here. My cousin Legendary Topcat said T.O. got Hollywood. Yeah, you can't do that, bro. Not with no 16 fights, bro. You feel me? And so you just when it's all said and done, it's a difference between being a title holder and a champion. You feel me? When you a champion, bro, you got to show up in championship form. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting my cousin Topcast to show up in championship form tonight. You understand what I'm saying? You got a debate. I'm expecting for this motherfucker to show up in championship form, bro, because that's what we do. When you're a champion, you show up in championship form. If you ain't showing up in championship form, then what the fuck is you doing? You got to be ready, bro. You understand what that? Like, you know what you got riding on this shit, dog? Yeah, and y'all motherfuckers got the nerve to be out here with families and kids and shit, nigga. You crazy? Like, bro, you got to be possessed. You got to show up. When you a champion, bro, you got to be possessed. And it's a difference. And so for the fighters that's listening and coming up, you know what I mean, or whatever, like this, that's all as a fan for me. And I'm talking from a fan's perspective. I'm talking about the Punch Junkie. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about from the Punch Junkie perspective. All I ever ask for my fighters that I cheer for, my champions, is that you be in championship form. Win, lose, or draw. You feel me? I'm rocking with Showtime Sean Porter. Win, lose, or draw. You know why? Because that motherfucker gonna show up in championship form, and he gonna give me what he got. He gonna give me the best he got, like Anita. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, all I ever ask is you be in championship form. And if you ain't gonna be in championship form, don't get your ass out there. Period. You got to show up in championship form, and T.O. didn't do that, man, and that's just it. We watched Brandon Figueroa versus Stephen Fulton Jr. They both showed up in championship form. Somebody had to lose, but they were both in championship form. T.O. was not in championship form, and it was a good fight without him being in championship form. So imagine if he actually showed up in championship form and did the things that he needed to do to prepare. Hey, man, salute to the family. Thank y'all so much. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all. I didn't mention salute to everybody. Thank y'all to the liquor spot, man. They had a show this weekend. They had on the Juice Box Junkies t-shirt, man. I really truly, and the Punch Junkie t-shirt. I really truly appreciate y'all. I really truly appreciate the support. Salute to my queens, man. I love y'all for that. Y'all be sure to go check them out Saturdays, 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Ashley Corner's channel. Man, and man, salute to the family, man. I really truly genuinely appreciate y'all. I know I missed a whole bunch of shit, but we're gonna get right back in here tomorrow. Like I left my keys, man, and get it right and get it tight. So salute to the family. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all. Cousin Topcast, when is that debate? What time is that debate tonight, man? What time is that debate? Drop that in the chat on the we on the way out. Salute to the family. Y'all follow me everywhere via social media. And salute to everybody that's been showing love to the Black Gentleman Grooming Company as well, man. www.theblackgen.com. Let me get out here and get our Drew Ties way. Salute to the family. Come over to the Punch Junkie Network, www.punchjunkie.network, and you can download the mobile apps as well. Come join the network, man. It's the last real place for boxing fans. It's no ads, no trolls, no bullshit, just boxing. Salute to the family. This is Junior the Truth signing off. I'm reminding you to view your life as a paradise until your life looks like a paradise. I'm a high-born player made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby. Salute, family.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. Hey, Jay!
Come back here! Jay!
Old ass bitch, man.
I need my money! Jay!
Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfucker!